asking for how much?
He wants 500 an hour for me to organize his travel too.
John, how much choice do we have? There's 3 Cray XMP supercomputers.
InGen doesn't want to foot the bill this time round. Can you do me a favor, Ray?
Just give me 2 minutes, John. I'm waiting for a call from O'Donnell. Once the Metri fence was mended, I asked O'Donnell to check the electronics. He then heads to the switch box. I keep calling and calling, but no response.
Everyone is to stay in the control room until we find him.
His lapel cam's currently offline too.
Michael, give me a glass of water.
Muldoon, I haven't shown John the footage yet, but you need to come back to control.
Mary. Still nothing, Ray?
Nothing.
Oh, cut the crap, Ray. You and I both know what happened to Sam.
Muldoon, I showed John the footage from the Metri paddock.
What did he say?
He's fairly upset.
Several people have died, and only now he's upset?
Sam was the son of one of his friends from the Hammond Foundation.
Now that it's slightly personal for him, he's upset?
Muldoon, I told him about your theory, that they have found a way out of their enclosure, And for once, I actually felt like he was listening. He wants to meet you at the raptor enclosure in an hour.
Okay.
I spoke to Sam's wife this morning. I told her he was missing, that there are ongoing efforts and we're still searching.
You told her that?
I didn't see the point in upsetting her before we had all the facts.
John, we have the facts.
We have grainy surveillance footage.
I found what was left of him. She deserves the truth.
I know.
Do you?
That's not fair, Robert. I knew Sam personally. He was a good worker.
He was more than that. His death isn't a report to be filed, John.
Don't imply I think that.
Then stop treating it like an inconvenience.
I'm trying to keep this park together.
And I'm trying to stop people from dying in it. I'm at the north fence line.
Anything?
Nothing immediately obvious.
The raptors are still secure in the holding pen.
Yep, I can see them.
Then how did it happen?
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Not the greatest weather for this.
It needs immediate attention, John.
Could there be a breach?
Maybe.
A tunnel?
Possibly.
Fence weakness?
Also possible.
But they're contained. I don't understand. If they can exit this enclosure, what in God's name would make them re-enter?
John, we need to talk about security.
All right.
I want every staff member trained with weapons.
No. No firearms for general staff.
This isn't negotiable anymore.
Guns everywhere is not the solution, Robert.
Then what is?
Better procedure, better containment.
Procedure has failed. Sam is dead because procedure has failed.
This park cannot operate like a military base, Robert.
Then it cannot operate. Period. Your staff are unprepared.
They're well trained.
They're trained to maintain attractions, like staff in a zoo. They don't know what to do when something hunts them.
We have response teams.
Not enough.
What exactly are you asking for, Robert?
Rifles, sidearms, tranquilizers, rocket launchers for the larger animals if needed.
Good God, Robert. More of your alarmism.
I'm serious.
You sound like you're preparing for war.
I am. Against complacency. I also want a mandatory meeting with all staff.
About what?
The raptors.
Muldoon.
How they hunt. How they stalk. What to do if one gets loose.
You want to frighten everyone.
I want them alive. These animals aren't lions, John.
I know that.
No, you really don't. They observe. They learn routines. They exploit our mistakes, and we've already made too many.
Do you know what frightens me, Robert? For years, I've believed this place would work. Every setback, every problem, I told myself it was temporary.
That's because you're a believer, John.
Yes.
And now?
Now I'm wondering whether belief is enough.
It isn't.
I look out at this park, and I still see what it could become.
Potential means nothing if people die, John.
I know, Robert. I don't want to lose another person.
Then change things. It's all in your hands. John?
I hear you. I'm not promising rocket launchers, but I will consider expanded training.
And a meeting?
We'll discuss it.
Soon.
Soon.
Good.
Now, enough philosophy.
Back to business.
Exactly. Finish your inspection. I would love to know your findings.
So would I.
Report the moment you find anything, Robert.
Understood.
I'm going to head back to control.
Something interesting has developed in Sauropod Swamp. Not a conflict, not an injury, thankfully. At least, not yet. Here are the smaller two brachiosaurs. They're fine mostly. Don't rise on my account, madam. The issue is over that far end. One of the adult apatosaurs has taken a particular interest in Bianca. Old apatosaur 2, experienced animal, calm temperament, the sort that rarely causes trouble. At first, I thought nothing of it. Large herbivores often show curiosity toward newcomers, particularly juveniles. But after several days, a pattern emerged. Where Bianca goes, the apatosaur follows. Feeding grounds, watering areas, resting sites, doesn't matter. She's always nearby. Never aggressive, never threatening. Quite the opposite, protective. Bianca doesn't seem bothered by the attention. In fact, she appears rather comfortable with it. That's where the problem begins. People see behavior like this and assume it's beneficial or symbiotic. A surrogate parent and an adopted youngster. A nice, heartwarming story. Reality is usually more complicated. The adult has begun displacing other animals. Not violently, simply inserting herself between Bianca and the rest of the herd. Blocking approaches and occupying space. Subtle behavior. Easy to miss if you're not looking for it. The other brachiosaurs are already starting to avoid that pair. Not because they're frightened, because every time they approach, they are quietly encouraged elsewhere. Social pressure. Animals are remarkably good at it. We used to call this the auntie problem in Africa. Elephant herds do something similar. An older female without a calf of her own will sometimes attach herself to one very strongly. At first, it looks helpful. Extra protection, extra supervision, another experienced animal guiding the calf. But occasionally the bond becomes possessive. The auntie starts blocking the mother's access, herding the calf where she wants it, even interrupting feeding or resting routines. I saw it happen in Sauzo once. An older elephant became so attached to a young calf that she repeatedly separated it from the main herd during movement. Not out of malice, out of attachment. The calf grew dependent on her, and the herd's normal social structure started to fracture around them. That's the danger here. What concerns me is the dependency forming between them. The juvenile brachiosaur is beginning to use the apatosaur as a reference point, follows her movements and adjusts her own behavior accordingly. That's not ideal. I just wanted to note this interesting observation that both species of sauropod here have a very distinct difference in coloration between adolescence and adulthood. The adult apatosaurs have this beautiful blue and gold striated hide, but the juveniles are a dull gray. I just always find that fascinating. What makes this particularly interesting is that the apatosaur shouldn't have any experience raising or nurturing young. None of them should. Jurassic Park's breeding controls ensure that every large herbivore arrives at maturity without ever producing offspring of its own. No nests, no calves, no new generations. From a zoological standpoint, they're missing an entire portion of their natural lives. Yet, here we are, an older female exhibiting what appears to be maternal behavior toward an unrelated juvenile, one of a different species for that matter, which suggests the instinct never disappeared. It simply never had an opportunity to express itself. The unfortunate reality is that these instincts can become misplaced. In nature, a calf eventually grows independent. A mother gradually loosens her attachment. The herd adjusts around that process. Here, the relationship isn't built on natural family structure. It's built on circumstance. The older sauropod is investing energy and attention into an animal that isn't hers. And the juvenile is receiving reassurance from an animal she was never meant to depend on. That's the danger of the auntie problem. It's a perfectly natural instinct expressing itself in an unnatural environment. And sometimes those are the hardest problems to solve. The purpose of this integration is to create a healthy mixed herd, not a herd within a herd. If the relationship continues unchecked, separation later becomes far more stressful for both animals. Strong social bonds are useful until they become exclusive. Then they create instability, especially when circumstances force change. Eventually, the adult may move away, become ill, or simply die. At that point, the younger animal suddenly loses its entire support structure, and the results are not pleasant. So we'll intervene now while the bond is still manageable. Nothing dramatic. We'll adjust feeding schedules, encourage Bianca to spend time with the other brachiosaurs, increase enrichment opportunities away from the apatosaur, create situations where she naturally interacts with the wider herd. The goal isn't to break the relationship. The goal is balance. And that's one of the stranger aspects of this job. Sometimes your work isn't preventing animals from fighting. Sometimes it's preventing them from becoming too attached.
How are the Rexes getting along?
Depends what you mean by getting along, Sarah.
That doesn't sound promising.
The juvenile's growing quickly, faster than I'd like.
Growth spurt, perhaps?
Appetite's increased, confidence too. And with confidence comes attitude.
Against the adult?
Mostly.
That's very ballsy of her.
The dynamic's becoming more aggressive.
Honestly, that part doesn't surprise me. Juveniles challenge adults. It's normal during maturation.
Even two females?
Actually, that's the part I'm struggling with. Territorial aggression at that level is usually more pronounced in males. Competition, dominance, mating access, the usual story. Just ask Tony. He sees it constantly with the male Rexes on Sorna. Makes me wonder if there's more going on behaviorally with the Rexes than we understand.
Wouldn't be the first time.
Where are you now?
Main road, waiting on a delivery.
God, the deliveries have to occur at night?
Site B loads them onto a ship, and whenever they arrive, we poor saps have to be ready to receive.
You sound thrilled.
Speaking of the juvenile Rex, she's just been watching me the whole time.
Oh, yeah?
That'll be the truck. Speak to you another time, Sarah.
No problem, Muldoon. Stay safe.
All right. No. Nick, are you all right?
What's happened?
Stay inside.